but
Come on, you want this picture?
yeah, I would like to tear a bicep, please. One bicep tendon
30
rupture.
per arm. Let's go. Shift the bias to the distal part of that tire.
Yeah.
That helps
Feel
fill
it.
that gap.
I don't have gaps.
What gaps?
What gaps? What's up, guys? Welcome back to my channel. It is Friday, November 14th, and we are officially back in Wisconsin. Last I left you guys, I was in St. Louis earlier this week. I got back as of Wednesday night, so it feels good to be back, and I am officially done with traveling until the end of the year. Thank goodness, because I've had probably 15 or more trips this year, and it's been a busy year, but it's been really fun, and it's been honestly great having opportunities to just be able to travel around and do what I do. But it is very nice to be back home. But I am coming to you guys on this Friday. I have off of work all weekend, which is super nice. I'm off today through Monday, and so I'm doing a little staycation, if you will, just resting and filling my cup back up. This morning, as you guys saw, I did my check-ins, my weekly check-ins for my coach. Still feeling really good about how I'm progressing off-season wise, progress wise. And if you guys saw the last video, which I did vlog while I was in St. Louis, got in a workout with one of the local figure pros, Liz, out there. And then I also went to the First From headquarters. So if you didn't see that episode, make sure to go back and watch the last vlog because that was super fun. But where was I going with this? Progress in the off season. But yes, in the last vlog I mentioned last weekend, unfortunately I had tweaked my lower back a bit on the right side, and it was during squats, and today it is feeling night and day difference from what it was as of last Saturday, and then early this week it was not happy. Very angry, very tight, and then the travel and not sleeping in my own bed and everything too definitely played into it. But with that, I am actually on my way to go see my chiropractor, Dr. Ben, and I'm hoping that he's going to be able to fix me up a bit. So I told my coach about it on my check-in this week, and overall I was happy with my check-in. Training this week again just wasn't 100% due to the travel, due to the lower back injury, but did my best, and that's sometimes all we can ask for. But I am hoping with this chiro session today that I will be able to feel even better and get back on track for what am I training tomorrow? Oh, I'm actually doing upper body day with my coach tomorrow down at Snap Fitness, Kenosha. I'm training with the guys tomorrow. We got a couple of the guys on our team that I'm training with along with my coach, so I'm actually really excited for that. But I'm hoping this touch-up kind of helps get me back to being functionally where I need to be for that training tomorrow. And then I have legs on Sunday as well. But this morning, I also got my hair done. We did a little bit more bangs this time, brought the bangs back, and then made it a little blonder as well. But if you guys have been following my channel for a while, back in, I feel like it was April through like June or so, I would take you guys with me for some of my chiro appointments just to show you guys what I do, because it's more than just adjustments. Dr. Ben does dry needling, SoftWave, stem cupping, and then some other functional items that just help keep me moving and keep me mobile. And so I had been taking you guys and showing you kind of like the behind the scenes of that and having Dr. Ben explain some of that. I fell off my regular schedule with Ben. It was like August, mid-August through I got back in to see him as of kind of like October. I've been more back on my regular schedule. And so with that, I'm going to take you guys in with me today, and we are going to see how Dr. Ben is going to fix me. The other thing too that's been bothering me for a while is my left shoulder in the front. It just is tight, and I think I'm going to see if he can do some like dry needling and whatnot today. So we're going to get some clips of that, and then just have him kind of talk you guys through, because I'm not as good at the technical jargon, obviously, as he is. So I think it's really helpful to have him explain, and it's fun just to have you guys see what goes down and what helps keep me functional. And then if you can find similar services in your area, then you guys can get the same thing as well. But with that, I am pulling in. So let's head in and let's see Dr. Ben.
Hello everybody, this is Dr. Ben with Alliance Spine Chiropractic. I'm here with Paige Wertz, and we are doing some dry needling. And then after this, we're going to do some SoftWave and adjusting, but first thing we wanted to tackle was the shoulder. So this is just kind of an alternate way that I like to do it, because we are trying to hit a lot of different muscles. So we want to grab the pec, and it's always good to kind of get at the angle here. Can you feel that, Paige?
But yeah,
A little bit.
And what does dry needling do? Maybe just at a level.
Yeah, sure. So dry needling is a mechanical means of intentionally breaking up the dysfunction in the muscle. So dysfunctional muscle will have less blood flow, it won't fully contract, and it can impede your training, it can impede your healing, and just like how you feel just in general. So it's always good to just introduce some intentional inflammation to force healing in that area. So front delt, pec, major. I'm going to hit a little bit of the lateral delt here too. I'm just palpating for the areas where I feel that dysfunction in the muscle. You can see her grimacing as I'm doing this, because she knows I'm hitting those spots. We've done this many times before, so she pretty much knows what she's getting into with this. Typically, when you do dry needle, it is not recommended that the day of you train those muscles. The day of, you can stretch and use heat, and maybe add a little bit of like massage gun in there too, or rolling, some foam rolling. I want to hit the lat and the teres minor and major. Do you feel that kind of going in?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And she's got some pretty big lats and teres minor and major here too, so there's definitely going to be some gunk in here.
Do you find that people that are bigger have more issues, like more muscle?
Oh my God, yeah. Yeah, the more muscle bound you are and the more you train, the more issues you're going to have. And so if you're having issues with range of motion and pain and connectivity, that neuromuscular connection to that area, and you notice it's getting worse and worse over time, it probably means you are due for some body work. And there's quite a bit of people just in the industry itself that do not do enough body work. So they're train, they eat, but then they're not taking care of their bodies, right? So you need to have that recovery on the back end too. The top athletes are doing recovery on their downtime. So if you're not, you are behind the times.
Yep.
So we did quite a bit of needling here in the shoulder girdle area. I'm going to just show a video of me taking them out now, and we're going to see what reacts. So what we're looking for is like a twitch response. Sometimes you're going to get them, sometimes you don't. And we also get like a myofascial pull. So there's a myofascial pull. Sometimes you'll feel like a drag, which means like there's more resistance on the needle as you try to pull it out. So it may not be like a myofascial pull, but it's like it's not as prevalent of a myofascial pull. Like this is a very obvious one. And then some come out very easily, but that one has a little bit of resistance on it.
Means it's angry.
Yeah. And sometimes we don't get the twitches as we're pulling them out. Sometimes we're getting those twitches as we put the needles in. So you may have missed some of those twitches initially when I was putting these in. Sometimes the twitches are very subtle, sometimes they're very profound. And if they're very profound, you'll literally see the whole muscle move as you're doing that. In her case, she's probably just feeling them herself, but without us actually visually seeing them.
Can confirm I am feeling them.
All the little twitches.
Oh, yep.
Easier. But that one's nasty. And you can just see how it pulls everything. And then we'll take her out. There we go.
Ooh.
So there's a few different ways we can do the lat. Usually it's recommended that we go behind the back. So that's one way that we can do this. And then you can palpate, grab it, and we found a spot right there. But with you, I'm going to do an alternate method, which is hold the head. And the reason why I'm doing this is I do want to try to access her subscap. And then she has a big lat, so we can get away with this too. So we can actually pinch it like this, kind of like what we would do with a trap. And then we're going to take the needle as I grab it and then feed it this way through. I can feel that twitch right away. So that's, yep, there's a nice little twitch response she's getting. So this is a different style. This is how most people are taught, is like the fishing technique. And you can just see it. I can feel it just tweaking like crazy. Mm-hmm. The subscap, we're going to shoot it straight in like this. More perpendicular. That one may not be as obvious as far as the sensation. Now literally just push it right against that axilla wall here. Are you feeling that at all? Mm-hmm. Okay. So we're going to do a few more. And we just pinch to kind of feel that tension on each side of the muscle. Grabbing as much, but it's definitely, there it goes. Now it's grabbing. You can actually see how the whole muscle shifts and grabs. You can see that line right there. This one is loosening up. Just grab it again. And pull 4 needles. There's that pull right there. Pretty gnarly, man. Now we just got to pull these suckers out. Here we go. There it goes. Sore. All right, everybody, I'm here with Paige again. We just got finished doing some dry needling, and now we are going to do some SoftWave. Now, SoftWave you can use for a variety of different purposes. In her case, it's actually an acute back pain scenario, because what SoftWave is going to do is it's going to start reducing that inflammation right away, breaking up any adhesions from trauma. If there's any scar tissue in that area, either due to the trauma or some post-traumatic injuries in the past or any sort of past surgeries in the area, it will help with the scar tissue there. And the main thing with it is its ability to proliferate and saturate stem cells to that area. So if you do get an acute injury, right away, get to someone, don't wait too long, and I would immediately start SoftWave with them. All right, here we go. So I'm going to start it up, and I'm going to have her communicate to me where the problem areas are when we're doing this treatment. So right away it hurt. So with SoftWave, we are going for pain. We are trying to find the pain because that is the area of dysfunction. That is where the damage is. So we're looking for that. Right here is the worst of it.
Yeah, a little bit higher.
A little bit higher up.
Yeah.
So we got the QL, L4, L5. We go a little bit further out. We do have the oblique here. Right here, we got the glute medius and minimus. That is lighting her up as well. And then we have the glute maximus more in here. If we go further out here, we're going to have the internal and external rotators of the hip. And then even further over here, then that's going to be like the TFL and the IT band. Yeah, so that's all lighting her up. And with an acute injury, I'm not surprised that pretty much all this is lighting you up, correct?
Yeah.
And then what could be happening too is we could be dealing with a bulging disc. So that is a possibility, especially with how she explained the pain distribution. She explained it basically, it's in this area mostly where you can see she's lighting up really bad. And then it's wrapping around to the front and even going down the front of the quad, correct?
Yeah.
Okay, so could be dealing with a bulging disc. So she is going to have to watch what she does as far as training goes. Especially with any sort of axial loading with a barbell. You're going to have to be really careful with any sort of barbell movements especially. So what I like to do with SoftWave is after I kind of screen the general area is I do like to hyper-focus on the areas that are really bad. So I'm going to drop that energy level down. I had it at 14 out of 16. I dropped it to 13 out of 16 now. I want to hyper-focus on this really nasty spot right here.
Oh, yeah.
So is that local pain or is it shooting?
Probably both, I don't know.
So it's both, right? So if that pain quality is worse, that's an area we want to focus on. In this case, it's kind of a combination of local and shooting pain. And all the rest of the areas were local pain?
I think so.
Okay.
Yeah.
So this is going to be probably our primary source, and it's right by the disc area. And there's probably some nerve irritation going on as well. So, all right. That's all I got for you guys.
Oh my goodness, was that appointment needed. Whew. The dry needling definitely got out some tightness, and it's like Dr. Ben said, it gets a little bit like tighter here in the interim, but I can tell by tomorrow that the tightness is definitely going to be a lot better, and he got exactly where I needed it, especially in the lat. Oh my gosh, it's just so much gunk that builds up in there that the dry needling definitely helps release and get out. And then the SoftWave, that is honestly like one of my favorite modalities, specifically for injuries. It just gets exactly where I need it. And after, I mean, it takes like less than 10 minutes, but he really zoned in on like the lower back on that right side where everything, like where the source of the pain was. And it's painful going through it. But then literally by the time I stood up, I'm like, oh my gosh, like I can move better. I can like sit into that hip so much better without as much pain. I have more like range of motion, kind of like in my hips going right to left. And so that was exactly what I needed to just help get that inflammation out. And then we are doing another appointment next Wednesday. So less than a week, because just to keep it healing and keep getting that inflammation out, it does help recovery, and it helps speed up the recovery an exorbitant amount. So it's definitely needed, very helpful, and already feeling better and in less pain. And that's what makes the body work and the recovery so worth it. And today is a rest day for me, so I won't be training today, but then tomorrow my training is going to be much better as a result, and especially for legs on Sunday. And again, I'm going to be avoiding the safety bar squats in the time being, just doing more machine movements because they are a safer bet right now. But I'm going to head home. It's around 2 o'clock and kind of just take the rest of the day, chill, get some productive stuff done. But then I will pick up with you guys tomorrow for the training with Andre down at Snap Fitness. So stay tuned for that. Hello, welcome back, guys. It's now, what day is it? Oh my gosh, I almost said Sunday. It is Saturday, and I am almost to Snap Fitness here down in Kenosha. This is my coach's gym. It's our little Team Adams HQ, as we like to call it. And as I mentioned yesterday, I am training with the boys today. I think it's Kenneth, who is Kathy, IFBB Bikini Pro. She was on some of my vlogs earlier in the year. It's her husband. And then we have Sterling, I believe, is training with us as well. I'm so excited for you guys to meet the gang. And then of course Andre is training. I think he might be training, like we're all just training together, or he's training us. I'm not sure. We'll see. But we are doing upper body day. Again, I'm not exactly sure what we're doing specifically. I just know I need to hit a good amount of back because that is something I'm trying to bring up. And normally I hit legs on Saturday and back, full back day on Sunday. Switching things up just a little bit here in order to make this work. But yeah, I am definitely going to get some training clips for you guys. We'll catch up with the gang, and then Andre and I are also kind of catching up on putting together our plan for next year, for shows and everything, timeline, all that fun stuff, because again, we are over 3 months into this off season and it is flying by. So gonna make sure we are aligned, and I'm somebody where I need that goal to keep me focused and keep me working towards that. That is super helpful for me, just mindset, visualizing, and knowing what I am concretely working towards. So yes, I will either take clips of that as well or fill you guys in on the back end, because I don't want this vlog to get too long as they typically do. But I don't know, keep me honest, keep me posted, guys. Do you like the longer vlogs, or do you want me to do more quicker bite-sized vlogs? Let me know in the comments down below. And do you like the weekly vlogs? Or I might start switching to every other week, just because it is a lot to edit and get a whole vlog up each week. But I'll do it for you guys if you appreciate it, if that's what you want, and you're like, yes, I look forward to these weekly vlogs, let me know. And also, I might as well just say, if you're not subscribed, hit that subscribe button right now, because it really helps my channel, and it helps you to keep coming back and seeing all the fun adventures that I get up to, because even for myself, I'm like, oh, I'm so glad I recorded this. But yeah, I'm gonna get it here, and then we'll pick up once I get to Sam. All right, Coach, what are we doing today? What's the plan?
Bro split. We gotta nurse these little back injuries, so we're gonna definitely tear up some arms, though, get a little shoulder pump, and of course we gotta get some upper lat, upper back work. So it's gonna be a fun one today. All about the fun.
Yeah, bro workout. Anything for the pump?
Good, now burn out. Do your last set. Burn out close grip presses at the very end. Getting some video. Your under lat, your insertions.
Yeah.
That's right here.
That's what Bob was saying when he was sticking needles through it.
Yeah. They get intense. Come on, you want this 50.
Yeah, I would like to tear a bicep, please. One bicep tendon
30
rupture.
per arm. Let's go. What do you got here?
That's 20.
Hold here for about 5 in the middle. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Good. Switch it. This side grip. Elbows kicked forward. 1. Yeah, just some way back. Very perfect. Last one is this. And out. Eccentric. Going down. It shifts the bias to the distal part of that tie in there.
Yeah.
So it helps fill
Feel
that
it.
gap here.
I don't have gaps.
What gaps?
What gaps?
Let's go, Paige. We ain't done yet. Come on. We get some core stretch here. Come on. All right, go ahead. We got 5 more. Take the exercise. 2, 3, 4. have been able to push, still put on some quality size, and this is your best reverse to date. You know, and so we would just be focusing mostly on maintenance, deload, priming your body up for the on season. But we've kind of front loaded most of that work, you know, coming into winter right now. So I'm not too concerned with it. We know that you need more size on stage next year. Right? They just want to see more density all over. According to your last InBody, you're up like, what, 6+ pounds of muscle? If we can hold on to that, which we know we can, and do a less aggressive cut into a more comfortable time frame, let's say mid to late summer, that gives us time where we don't have to risk losing the muscle to get you shredded, right? You actually looked your best this year about a month post-show because you're still lean enough at the time, but we were able to reduce the fatigue because we had time, right? And reduce the stress of not having to worry about stepping on stage every couple weeks. So I actually like you where you're at, like a month post-show. I felt like, shit, believe me, I'm like, we could do another show right now and like probably place honestly very competitively. So I think just giving yourself enough time where we can reduce that fatigue, get you stage lean. We know that for your physique, I have to see you 7 to 8% on the InBody. But the caveat is now we need to be about 5 pounds stage weight heavier at the same body composition, right? So that just comes down to more time. Yeah, and we can do it. So just figure like an 18-week prep. It's a full prep for you. Gives us like that extra 2 to 4 weeks buffer time so that hopefully we get you in that 7 to 8%, you know, 3 or 4 weeks out, deload, and then just start building your calories into the show to bring you in like you were a month post show this year.
Yeah, because I was thinking like, if we push and then it's like stop and deload from
mid-December maybe, or
I was thinking like January to mid-February. Because my busy season for work is also like second week of January through second week of February or so.
Yeah, so just aligning that.
Times out well.
Assuming that goes as planned and we're able to knock that out, let's just say the following week, which would be February 21st. If we started prepping there, you're going to be looking at summer shows again, midsummer strategy. So we've defined our timing. I'm just going to anchor at 4th of July because it's easy to remember. But we could potentially compete 1 to 2 weeks before that if we are on point. But 4th of July is a pretty good anchor. And now that we've defined timing, now we start to get into show strategy. So what are my big tips for show strategies? Well, one is the obvious, stick with judges that we know like your physique. For you got your pro card from the Sandy. So there's a good chance, and Tyler also really liked your physique, right? He gave us very, very positive feedback the show before, right?
And this year he's seen it twice now.
So we already know coming out. Now we do want to explore and get you in front of like maybe some West Coast judges, maybe, you know, some different judges, maybe Rich Palmer, maybe whoever, right? Patrick Fulham, Becky. But we know for sure it's pretty safe if we bring your best. Sandy and Tyler appreciate your look, right? You almost double pro carded in front of Sandy. So I think that's excellent. Other things I consider, let's go back and look at 2025, 2024. How many competitors were in these shows? Was one 40 pros and one was 8? I probably don't want to do that 40 pro show unless I'm just feeling really fucking ambitious. You know. But strategically, that probably isn't our smartest move. Now, Chicago, who gives a shit? Doesn't cost you anything. It's right here. We can drive to the show. Even if it's an enormous show, which we know it will be. Steve's going to be head judge, which, you know, he's probably somewhere in the middle on your physique, but he'll also appreciate coming back this coming year and being more muscular, right? So I would plan to probably do Chicago regardless of how we think you're going to place there. Other opportunities when I'm thinking about show strategy. So judges, size of show, location, obviously. If we can avoid traveling a ton, that's always good to save some little money, but that's not going to limit us, you know, from doing a certain show. I look at weekends where there's multiple shows.
Yes, I was going to say that. Right?
And so you got to remember this too. Midsummer, we are in the thick of it. We are in the heart of every single athlete trying to qualify for Olympia. You're going to have the hardest competition at every show. And it's funny what happens after that Olympia qualification date. All of a sudden, the quality of the competition tapers off. That's what we're looking for. And then we want to blast. Like, I don't know if you have been keeping up. Like, we just hung out with Amy, right? Amy Delgado. And it's so crazy. I look at the show. She's competing today, actually. I think there's 6 to 8 girls in the show. And, like, that's wild. She'd probably win the show if there's 20 girls, but it's a small show. And that's what you see, kind of that drop off around Olympia time. So let's look when they release the show schedule. What weekends are there 2 to 3 shows. 3 is even better, but let's say there's East Coast, West Coast, and then international. Those are excellent weekends. And then out of the 3, we're going to look at which ones do we feel like we can be the most competitive at, right? And that's when we start looking at, all right, this one's judging here, this one's a medium show, that one's an enormous show. That's how we're going to build out your strategy. I would say let's plan for at least 3 shows. So Chicago plus at least 2.
Okay.
That's going to be your strategy for this year.
Okay.
Yes, I'm excited though. When they give us the list, we need to figure out what shows that we feel like you're going to perform the best at. And we can also get some input from Sandy in LA.
Yes.
Because she's going to get a real face-to-face. She can physically see you. So let's get you effing jacked before we go to LA.
Okay.
No, it'll be good. She'll get to see you and tell us specifically, hey, you know what? Like, yeah, I think you can definitely be ready by this time. Bring the same conditioning, but come back, 3 to 5 pounds more muscular, or whatever she feels like we need to do different for this year. And then you're like as consistent as you could possibly be. So some people will like train really, really hard, do like a show and they're on point, and then they'll like take a whole year off.
Yeah.
And then they'll come back and it's like, no, you're losing your name power, your momentum.
Yeah.
So let's keep doing it though, and then every show we'll get that feedback, from whoever the judges are. But that's going to be essential to us placing top 5 and hopefully getting you Olympia qualification.
Heck yeah.
Yeah.
Love it. Cool. All right, we're all wrapped up at Snap Fitness. I ended up doing a hour lymphatic massage with Helena. Phone connected Bluetooth. But yes, ended up doing a hour-long massage, lymphatic massage with Helena, and it was very relaxing. I'm glad I did it after the training because now I am nice and zen and chill and ready to drive home and I'm having a little girls' night. We were watching Wicked in my little home theater, so I'm very excited for that. But I am going to leave the vlog here. I hope you guys enjoyed the session with Dr. Ben and then also the training here at Snap. As always, make sure to like, share, comment, subscribe, and ring that notification bell so you don't miss when I upload the next video. So I'll catch you guys in the next vlog. Bye!